What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I've been trying to give Treyarch the benefit of the doubt when it comes to the Season 3 Reloaded performance of Black Ops 6. I wanted to give them a little bit of time, see if they would come out, maybe communicate with us, and give us details, and maybe even a little time frame, a window, to know when things will be resolved. Because for those who don't know, this update is absolute dog water. And I'm not talking about content, whatsoever. We already discussed the content, and I've stated I actually enjoy some of it. But I'm talking about the game itself. It has gotten to a point where it's so unplayable that over half the people that I personally talk to and discuss these things with, or even the people that hop into my streams, which again, for anybody that's interested, I do host open lobbies over on Twitch daily, and we will be checking out the brand new event that's dropping for Black Ops 6 today. So if you want to see my first initial impressions of this event, by all means tune on in. But after this event, again, like I said, I don't know how much longer I can stick around, because not only me, but all of you guys as well are running into horrible issues that is making this experience borderline unplayable. And again, me, myself, and a lot of you guys, we're already planning on going to X Defiant for the rest of this week. We might hit up the finals. Splitgate 2, beta is going to be dropping on the 22nd. People are already trying to find where they should be going because, man, oh man, it's either you do that or your PC and console end up exploding. But where do I even begin through this whole mess of what has been occurring ever since Season 3 Reloaded dropped? First and foremost, my game cannot stop crashing. Now, I don't know if this is for everybody's platforms. You guys let me know on the consoles, Xbox, PlayStation, if you guys are running into crashing issues. But on PC, it's been an absolute nightmare. Every single day, I'm crashing about 5, 6, maybe even 7 times. Shoot, I would even go close to 10 times. It's wild. And like I said before, when people witness this, it's not going to encourage them to hop back into the experience. They're going to be borderline scared that whatever platform they're playing on is going to explode with how much the game is crashing. It just blows my mind that we're having such heavy issues right here. But as stated before, Treyarch, is there anybody even there? It makes me think, why are they even trying anymore? Why are they even putting forth effort when there's probably 2 people who can't even make sure the game is polished off, and then every update that drops, it keeps getting worse and worse because, again, there's 2 freaking people. They can't fix it. So why do they give a crap? But, sorry, a little side tangent. Let's move on to the rest here. Performance, frame drops, stutters, desync. Oh my freaking gosh. It is an absolute nightmare. And this goes across the board. Like I said, I have many friends who play on console who are refusing to load into this experience because it feels atrocious. It just doesn't feel smooth whatsoever. And none of us have done anything. Our connections are fine. We didn't change anything. We're still on the same platforms. Everything should be running fine. I hop on other games. I'll hop on Modern Warfare 3 2023 right now and everything will be smooth. Yet and still, Black Ops 6 is still the hardest game I've ever tried to run on my PC ever. And it doesn't even look as good as Modern Warfare 3. It doesn't. It looks maybe the same, if not worse, yet it's harder to run? What's happening here, Treyarch? What's going on with this update? You're gonna lose players. I guess they don't care. Like I said, I don't know why I'm stating any of this, but again, I cover Call of Duty on this channel as well as, like I said, Splitgate and Battlefield. So when things like this happen, I'm going to express it. I would do it with any other game that I cover, and this is just getting ridiculous because I know they're not going to address it. They're not going to talk about it. If they actually were open with us and they told us, okay, barely anybody's here. I'm sorry, but Black Ops 6, it's, we have like 2-3 people working on it. It's going to take some time. More than likely, BO7 is going to be the superior game because all of our developers are working on it. If they were open, we can understand, but they don't say shit. They keep their mouths shut. They don't explain any of the details, leaving us questioning what the heck is happening? Why a game like this is impossible to run, yet a game literally last year that looks better works perfectly since launch. But as I was saying, everybody's running into this issue. My mouse input feels atrocious. It literally feels like I'm 3 seconds behind every engagement. Every gunfight I take, I feel like I have to place myself and prep myself to be at a disadvantage because I can't track properly because my mouse isn't feeling connective. But then I remind myself it's not just me, so I don't have to worry about it because everybody else is running into a similar issue, console and PC. Even down to the matchmaking, I can't find any lobbies. Now, I don't know if it's because the game is freaking dead or what the problem is here, but I keep running into the same people every single game, and it takes 5+ minutes to start any type of match. I will sit here and talk to chat for ages. We can hold trillions of conversations before a game actually loads up and we can finally get in and get some cool experiences for you guys. What's up with that? God, what happened to this game after this update? I'm not even criticizing the content. This is just solely down to the performance and being able to get in and even witness the content. People can't witness it because the game won't let them. I mean, but again, these are just my personal experiences. You can go on any type of social media and see exactly what everybody has to say. I mean, just for example, Reddit. Just go down the Reddit board. And it's just filled with people having problems. I'm not going to read off each and every post. You guys can pause the video and see the post for yourself. But as you can see right here, I mean, one of them, fix your bugs before releasing an update. Another one, anyone else just been gathering people who have been in lobby names stuck on screen permanently. Another one, what the F happened to multiplayer since the High Art event update? Again, just, tons of issues going on here. How about this one? Matchmaking is terrible with the new update. God, it is. And, and while all this stuff is going down, while we're having all these issues, Activision is still here taking down posts, trying to expose cheaters. This is still going on. They're more prioritized on making sure that people don't post about cheaters than just simply fixing the game. And for those who are wondering what this, other bug that everybody's talking about with the people's voices popping up on screen, I actually have an image here. I think this was from the post by RNDM333. Either it was him or I believe Rich One. It was one of the two. But as you can see right here, basically, everybody that talks in your lobby permanently stays on your screen. Even when you try to restart the game or even restart your console, it doesn't resolve the issue. These names are permanently stuck on your screen. Like, how does this even happen? How does this even occur? Even the one issue, you guys remember the issue a while ago where you load into the battle pass and it says searching files, like it boots you out of the battle pass as searching files and then you get stuck in a never-ending loop and you can't go into the battle pass. And they claim they fixed it, but they technically moved it over to the barracks and then they moved it over to, the friends. Like they never resolved the issue. It's still in the game. They constantly say they resolve it, but they don't. They just pass the issue on to a different, area of the game. So, it might not be happening to the battle pass, but now it happens to the barracks. It's like, oh, well, we fixed it in the barracks. That's great. But guess what? Now it's working in the friends list. And now I can't go into my friends. It's always something new. It's never resolved. It just, as I stated before, it's just more and more and more proof that Treyarch is not working on this game. And I've stated it in the beginning of the video, and I'm going to state it again. As much as I don't want to say this because I don't want to be completely negative, but it's the truth. You might as well just give up at this point, Treyarch. You guys are already proving that this game is not viable to you guys, and you are all working on BO7. It is what it is. It just sucks that you keep putting in content that's actually not bad content. Some of the things are fun to play with, especially the new maps, and all of it's fun. But how do you expect anybody in the world to try this content, use this content, unlock the content, grind how do you expect any of them to do any of these things if they can't even get into the experience? Everything about this whole situation, to me personally, is backwards. Absolutely backwards. And there's a reason why people are continuously leaving this game. There's a reason why, like I said, I can't find matches until 5+ minutes in. There's a reason that in 10v10, you literally run into the same opponents game after game after game after game. Because nobody is touching it anymore. There's so many other alternatives beginning to pop up that people are just simply doing their own thing. We have a new Battlefield game coming out. Splitgate 2 is dropping on the 22nd. Arc Raiders looks absolutely phenomenal and it should be dropping in 2025. And there's many, many, many more games that are going to be coming through to take people away and, have them show different interest in different titles. Now, will this resolve it? No. Obviously, Call of Duty always sells. It's a household name and people are going to still buy it anyways, obviously. But I'm telling you right now, we are never going to see an audience stick through with COD and actually enjoy the game for the whole year. Even when we get games like Modern Warfare 3 that were actually developed in a good way and had tons of good content, people still didn't stick around for the full year. They need to It's no point. I was going to say they need to go back to the drawing board and reset, but why am I even saying that? They're not going to do it. They're just going to continuously do exactly what they're doing. You know, BO7 is probably going to be packed with content because that's where they've all been, and they're going to continue the cycle. They're going to drop a half-assed COD game, and then the team is going to be working on the next game. It's going to be considered DLC. And then the next year will come out, and they'll drop another half-assed COD game, and then the game after that is going to be considered the DLC where they're all working on it. Instead of just simply allowing the devs to skip a frickin' year, make Call of Duty in every 2-year launch cycle, and leaving it at that. But as I stated before, I'm just happy there's other alternatives. When Splitgate 2 comes out, I'm going to be grinding that game like crazy. I cannot wait to make content around that game. Same thing with Battlefield and even Arc Raiders. I never thought I would get back into extraction shooters, but even that game is, piquing my interest. I don't know how much longer people are willing to stick around, and it's sad because, again, like I say in all my videos, I freaking love COD, and I'm 95% positive the majority of you guys who watch my content love COD too. Of course, there's, the few there that just absolutely want to dunk on COD no matter what, and it doesn't matter, but I think the majority of us are COD fans. We love this franchise. We want to see it thrive. But, I mean, who's going to stick around if you continuously keep getting slapped in the face? It hurts. It hurts to see it, but Call of Duty fans eventually are just going to have to branch out elsewhere if you want a development team who is going to be really there with you. Because, I mean, it's either that or we wait until Sledgehammer Games comes back. And they give us the communication that we deserve. Or, I mean, even then, it's hard to say that because even Treyarch, might have good communication, but they're still being abused. They have to make 2 games. They literally have to make 2 games back to back. This is the first time in history that we ever seen a development team literally game after game is both made by the same development team. That is absolutely insane. We won't ever be able to see if Treyarch is truly there for the community because they aren't given the time to do such. They just simply aren't. It's Activision, Microsoft, that have the final say in how all of this stuff is being handled. And they are the reason why we get stuff like Season 3 Reloaded. But, ladies and gentlemen, as always, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. We post daily here at 8 morning Eastern Time. And, of course, if you guys are interested in any of my live streams, I stream Monday through Saturday over on Twitch, starting between 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Of course, if you guys are interested, go like that channel down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.